Stradey Park between Llanelli and Bridgend. A Matthew Lewis penalty has put Bridgend 3 points to 0 up, as we join it with our commentator Gareth Charles.
McBride looks for Copsey, but it's over him. Indeed, it's over everybody. Well picked up by Jason Strange on halfway. The slip pass from Nigel Davis. Winkle to Proctor. He's got Ian Evans outside. He's well marshalled by Gwilym Wilkins. Good support play from Proctor. Gwyn Jones, the flanker, is up there. Into Bridgend 22, but the ball has gone forward. But appreciated applause from the Stradey crowd. And Llanelli showing their intent right from the start. Jason Strange did so well to get onto that quickly, and the support was there. The flip pass from Nigel Davis to Gwyn Jones, and then Winkle bringing in the two fast men, Proctor and Ian Evans, but Gwilym Wilkins stuck with his man well. And eventually, despite the numerous Llanelli support, the ball knocked forward. It's well palmed down from Phil Davis. Nigel Davis does well to evade the first man and get the possession back for Llanelli. Fingertip pass from Strange to Proctor. Beautifully timed from Proctor to Ian Evans, but a fine, clever tackle from Robert Howley. Llanelli looking pretty sharp behind, and the two men working well together are Wayne Proctor and Ian Evans. Well, you'd have thought that for a quarter-final match they'd have been hanging from the rafters at Stradey Park, but it's not the case. Rupert Moon looks to be in some trouble, holding his shoulder as he departs to the changing room. And Llanelli wastes no time at all in getting Hugh Harris on for the injured Rupert Moon. There looked to be some barging in the line, but it's allowed to go on as John Pennell drives deep into the Llanelli 22, sets it back to Howley. Simon Jenkins is there, 15 metres short. Howley again sniping at the heels of his forwards, 5 metres short. Sean Gale digs for it. Llanelli on the racket there, stretched out, and a momentum try is given. Gareth Jones celebrates, and Llanelli, well, they won't be pleased with that. They thought they'd collared their man, but he got over. It was the forwards who did all the damage. Pennell, Jenkins, Francis, Gale, they were all in there, softening up Llanelli first of all, and then it was up to Bridgend to spin it wide. The long pass in midfield from Matthew Lewis, giving Gareth Jones space and time, eludes Nigel Davis, gets collared by Wayne Proctor, but it's all in vain, because after consulting with the linesman, they've had to come all the way back. Derek Bevan, standing on the 22, had a word with the touch judge on the far side, and despite all Bridgend's efforts, the forwards and the backs combining well, but it accounts to nothing. Now that's a lucky break for Llanelli. Ian Greenslade aims for and finds Simon Jenkins. Ball on the scissors, out to Jason Forster. Takes two men out in midfield again. Emyr Williams does well to release it. Well picked up by Ball. That's a huge gap opened up for him. Just Proctor to beat, keeps it alive, and it's a try for Bridgend. It had to come. Another very well-worked move. Emyr Williams did so well to keep that ball alive. Jason Ball did well to take it off the floor. Proctor covers him well. Strange helps with the tackle, but the support is there. And Bridgend, after being disallowed a try moments earlier, at last Bridgend get a chance to celebrate. And fine support from the hooker, Ian Greenslade, right on hand for the try. Proctor taken by Webb, but hands on to it. Eventually the ball thrown forward in the tackle. But Bridgend taking full advantage. There's no full-back there for Llanelli at the moment. But Bridgend keep it tight. It's their full-back, Bradshaw, to Sean Gale. Many, many more blue shirts than red on that far side. Purnell into the 22. Released by Gale. Again, the long pass from Lewis in midfield. Andrew Williams out there. Wilkins for the corner. Good tackle, Ian Evans. Good tackle, but at what cost? He looks to have hurt himself. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully nothing more serious, but he did well to keep an eye on Gwilym Wilkins, who looked to be steaming outside him. Fine cover tackle from Ian Evans. Well, 4 against 1 it seemed for Bridgend on the right-hand side. Eventually ran out of space. And moved it quickly to the left. And again, the long pass in midfield from Matthew Lewis. Andrew Williams, the extra man, but Gwilym Wilkins not able to escape the clutches of Ian Evans. Ian Evans lines up his man, 2 arms firmly around him, and drags him to the floor. Julian Williams delayed that too long. It wasn't offside, but it was a knock-on. The advantage being paid by Derek Bevan, and there is none. It was a deliberate knock-on indeed, and Llanelli looked to run it through Hugh Harris and Phil Davis. That was going nowhere pretty quickly, but Bridgend hadn't gone back 10 metres. This time it's Julian Williams who gets things going for Llanelli. Harris to Quinnell, turns, ready for the support. It's there, and Harris releases it to Strange. Wintle gets man and ball. Good tackle from Glenn Webb. And well worked free by Gareth Jones, doing the flankers work, but knocked on. And Bridgend's good work in defence, unfortunately for them, doesn't allow them to clear and keeps them under pressure with the Llanelli put in at the scrum. Llanelli slightly lateral, and Strange was under pressure, and when Wintle got it, well, Glenn Webb had lined him up, and there was no way he was going to release that to Gareth Evans. Quinnell. Harris. Llanelli want to run it, but Wintle misses it. Ian Evans picks it up. Weaves past 2 men, but straight into Matthew Lewis. Gwyn Jones, the first man in support, as you'd expect, for Llanelli. And eventually it's going to have to be a kick, this time from Nigel Davis. Again, missing touch. And Llanelli are giving Bridgend every opportunity to run at them. Andrew Williams, the number 8, again out wide. Webb takes it, is tipped over by McBride. Llanelli have a chance to counter. Hugh Harris. Ian Evans comes across. Evans dummies up to the 22. Good tackle on him from Jason Ball. Howley steals it. The Bridgend haven't cleared their lines yet. But at least they've held up Llanelli long enough to make sure the threat has gone for the moment. Howley digs for it, and Llanelli hold it in and get penalised. Fine run from Ian Evans, just lacking in support at the crucial time. Harris did well, and Ian Evans, looking for work, had come over from the right to the left. Proctor had little room on the left-hand side, so Ian Evans did all the work himself. Now needed just somebody coming up inside him, and Jason Ball with that all-important tackle from behind. Popsy and Phil Davis between them, get that. Strange to Nigel Davis, good pass to Quinnell. Quinnell brushes off the first man. Waits for support to arrive. Gwyn Jones takes it on. As Bridgend hands on it. Hugh Harris can't get it clear, and Bridgend indeed are penalised. Jason Strange with what will surely be the final kick of the first half. And Llanelli need these points. Just about manages it. And Llanelli will breathe a sigh of relief as Derek Bevan brings the first half to a close. After showing some good early form, they lost their way, allowed Bridgend back into the game. And Llanelli will be thankful to have just 3 points at the end of the first half. Back within one score as Bridgend lead by 8 points to 3. Jenkins won that ahead of Phil Davis at the front. And Robert Howley barking orders to his forwards ahead of him. And he's certainly done the trick. Forster. It's well played by the Bridgend forwards, but they've taken Robert Howley in with them. And that means there's no scrum half to get the second phase. Robert Howley marshalling his troops well. Matthew Lewis to try and restore Bridgend's 8-point lead. Looks good enough, no doubt about it, straight down the middle. And just as he did in the first half, within a few minutes of the second, Matthew Lewis slots over a penalty, and that makes it 11 points to 3 in Bridgend's favour. Scrum on halfway. Julian Williams protects Hugh Harris. Good pass from Wintle to Garen Evans. Has the other Evans and outside him. Perfect pass, and he's clear. What a fine, fine try from Llanelli. And as the icing on the cake, Ian Evans right under the posts. The Straddy crowd are on their feet applauding that one. But full marks to the other Evans, Garen, for setting it up for Ian. Good protection from Julian Williams at the base of the scrum. Wintle with a pass to Garen Evans. Evans making the break and timing the pass perfectly in front of Ian Evans for him to run onto. And despite 2 quick men chasing him, he was home and clear. The simple conversion for Jason Strange from in front of the posts, and suddenly Llanelli are back within a point. Cornell got a touch on that, but it's fallen for Greenslade. He's everywhere at the moment, is this hooker, Sean Gale, but he can't keep it on the field of play. Nice slip pass inside from Emil Williams to Gale to keep it alive for Bridgend. But that's the man leading things for Bridgend at the moment. Ian Greenslade, the hooker, he's absolutely everywhere. Quinnell gets a hand to it, but it's taken by Simon Jenkins for Bridgend. Quinnell, Andrew Williams, Dintle Francis, and now Emma Lewis, all at their weight to try and drive into the Llanelli 22. Williams has it. Offers it to Howley. Can't get it cleanly, now gets it away. Jones was that forward. Derek Bevan is there as Webb tries to make something of it for Bridgend. It wasn't. Play is allowed to continue, and it's Llanelli ball from Quinnell. Looks for the men outside. Hugh Harris and McBride. Gwyn Jones as a scrum half. Ian Evans eventually. And nothing at all wrong with that pass. Nigel Davis had seen the Bridgend 3/4 up flat, so looks for the space behind them. Bradshaw, his kick is anywhere just to try and turn Llanelli. Strange, head up, looks for the corner, doesn't strike it well. rather ineffectual bout of kicking. Lewis tries something different. Again, heads for the corner. Again, only finds a man. That's Garen Evans. Spencer John intercepted by Lewis. Lewis chased by Proctor. And Hugh Harris again. Good corner flagging from the scrum half. Matthew Lewis knew Proctor had the measure of him, so tried to look for somebody inside, but Hugh Harris was there to save the day. Llanelli, their line-out work has improved immensely in their second half, and that's why they're almost back on terms. A huge sigh of disappointment from the crowd as Matthew Wintle missed that one. And Bridgend, though, making full use of it, taking full advantage, or at least they had until Llanelli won the loose ball. Nigel Davis with a kick for space, dangerous. Ian Evans to Quinnell, has Proctor outside, now inside, it's Nigel Davis. Davis to the line, he's got there. And Bridgend can't believe their luck. They looked up Llanelli on the back foot, but that is when Llanelli are at their most dangerous, and a try from nothing. Bradshaw missing the kick. Ian Evans looking inside for support. Craig Quinnell did well to be up there. No chance to release Proctor, but kept it alive, and Nigel Davis, who supported his own kick, just managed to keep inside and get over. Nasty, awkward bouncing kick for Bradshaw. Ian Evans capitalised on that. And Nigel Davis, if anybody in Wales has a point to prove, will say to the Welsh selectors, well, what about me now? Wearing number 20, Colin Stevens, has just come on the field as Jason Strange has gone off injured. Davis using all his experience. Craig Quinnell being dragged along by Julian Williams. Gwyn Jones there as well. To and over the 10-metre line. McBride up to the 22. Now Llanelli need to spin it. Oh, lovely jink by Colin Stevens. Harris, Nigel Davis, Wintle. Davis again. Is it a second try for him? No, he's pulled short by Bradshaw. 5 metres to go. Harris to Julian Williams. Colin Stevens. Stevens tries to go himself. The tackle by Gareth Jones. It's still there. Webb, Garen Evans down together, still alive. And eventually Derek Bevan calls them back for a scrum. Colin Stevens, a lovely break to start with. Tried to go again a second time, but Gareth Jones collared him. And Garen Evans, as he kicks it past Glenn Webb, almost with a follow-up, and nobody able to ground it. And a scrum 5 awarded to Llanelli. Perfect attacking position for Llanelli. Scrum 5 metres out. Plenty of options open as Julian Williams and Craig Quinnell take it on. This time is swept wide. Stevens with a drop goal, and it's there. Bridgend had to cover all the angles. The one thing they couldn't cover was the drop goal from Colin Stevens. The back row move not coming to much, but the second phase giving Colin Stevens time enough just to chip it over from 10 yards and extend Llanelli's lead to 7 points. Greenslade to Lewis, the long pass to Gareth Jones. That's dangerous in a defensive position for Bridgend. Could pay the price for trying to run it, as Llanelli've stolen it. Plenty of red shirts there. Stevens for the corner himself. But the try is not awarded. just over the far touchline. Colin Stevens almost proved the hero of the hour for Llanelli. Can't believe it. Llanelli managed to score from a similar position on the left-hand side, but they've lost it on the right as Jason Foster comes steaming clear. A chance for the three-quarters, Bradshaw. Matthew Batt is on as a sub to Howley. Up to Llanelli 22, Garen Evans finds the ball somehow in his lap and takes it out of play. But Llanelli caught napping. They were looking to score and make the game certain, but Bridgend from their own 22 right up to their opponents. Matthew Back had a neck injury and was going to rest, but has come on as a substitute for Glenn Webb. Into the last minute, Bridgend must throw everything into attack. John Purnell, the flanker, is taken by Hugh Williams-Jones. Howley burrows his way clear, looks for somebody to come on. Jenkins is there, 5 metres to go. Desperate times for Llanelli. They're only a converted try clear, and Bridgend doing everything to get back on terms. But theirs is not the put in to the scrum, much to their disappointment and much to the relief of Llanelli.
We knew Bridgend would come down and give us a battle after last week's performance that they put up. They showed today that they're a far better side than last week's results showed. We knew they'd come with a fighting spirit for the cup, and they certainly showed it all the way through the game.
Quite a few of the Llanelli players left out of the Welsh squad at a point to prove today.
Yes, I suppose so in a way. As I said before, we haven't become bad players overnight. And a lot of us today had a few points to prove, but it was a collective team effort. And we certainly played well throughout the game. We stuck at it. We showed a lot of character, and we come through in the end.
Well, Mark Ring and David Bryant were at the match for us, and David Bryant being a former Bridgend player there. David, put your blue and white cap on. Might Bridgend have come away from Stradey with a win?
Yeah, they're going to consider themselves very unlucky, really. They let a few things slip at the vital moment.
Do you go along with that, Mark?
Yeah, I'd certainly go along with what David said. It was obviously a totally different game to last week's league fixture, and 2 crucial decisions went against them.
Well, let's pick up that point of yours then, David, that Bridgend got into a lot of positions, but
Sure,
it was almost that last pass, that final pass, didn't quite work out.
Throughout the game, really, they were winning scrappy ball and trying to put an awful lot of effort into the game, but really, as we can see in this line-out here, it's scrappy ball from the line-out. Sean Gale does very well to sort of tidy it up. As you can see, he keeps going, drives on, but they're not really having to commit that many of the Llanelli pack. The pass that comes out now puts Jason Forster behind the game line. He gets tackled. Craig Quinnell does well here to pick it up, turn the ball over, get it out, and then there's a proper Spencer John away, the ball's away, and Bridgend lose 20 or 30 yards.
A chance obviously gone missing, but by contrast, Llanelli had their moments, and they made the most of some scrappy ball themselves.
That's right. We saw Scott Quinnell there, back in defence. Craig Quinnell, yes. There's so many of them, aren't there? Back in defence, doing tremendous work, but I think what we can also show is what he can do in attack.
Good one to watch.
Yeah, you can see now, I thought at this point he was running out of room, but he does tremendously well. He takes 2 players out, a one-handed pass back inside to Nigel Davis, and really makes the room for Nigel to score. Nigel looks like he's struggling to get over there, but a good try.
He looks, he's following a very rich line of back row forwards, is Craig Quinnell. I nearly said Scott, but he's a good one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a world-class player. He's come, you can see it, it's in him. He's been over to, he's come right to this school setup, and he's got all those skills. I think the Mark Ellis skill, really, where he drags people inside and pops these passes behind the backs of individuals. It's a unique skill.
About yourself? Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far, Alan.
All right, now there was a moment in that game, Mark, which brought a smile to your face. It was some lovely classical Llanelli play midfield, which led to Ian's try.
It was. Yeah, we looked at the Welsh game against Ireland a couple of weeks ago, and we failed quickly to get the ball out to the wing, but the key men, 15 and 11 there. Wayne Proctor's going to come on a dummy run down the middle of the field, and young Garen Evans is going to come on a wide arc. But look at the quick hands here, particularly from Nigel Davis and Matthew Wintle, and that puts Garen into space. And Ian Evans, clinical finisher that he is, he's drifted off his marker there into space, and unique finishing. You know, it's all about the pace of the hands when you try a complicated move like that from a scrimmage. Nice little bit to finish as well there from Ian. Put the icing on the cake.
But when we've said that it didn't quite work out for Bridgend at times, as David said, but when they did win good ball, they managed to use it, didn't they?
Well, it was clinical finishing. I mean, we've talked about Llanelli being a great cup side over the years, and you know, that's what it's all about, really.
Show you the Ian Greenslade sidestep in a minute. This is the Ian Greenslade try, and Mark, perhaps you can take us through this.
Well, this is a Bridgend set ploy, really. It's number 7 there, Jason Forster. They're going to try and work him into the midfield to tie in the Llanelli midfield backs. And ball quickly won off the top here by Simon Jenkins. And they work a quick double scissors here, which gets Jason Forster right into the heart of the Llanelli midfield, and a quick ruck. Now here's the key man. You can see it's a set ploy there because Chris Bradshaw is already started to work his way to the back to the blind side. Obviously, Rob will be a little bit disappointed with his pass there, but they were queuing up there, and Jason Ball commits the man and pops it to young Compel Greenslade to charge over the line there.
David, how much of a quality game was that yesterday?
It's remarkable what a producer and editor can do, really, to give very good highlights. I think overall it was quite a scrappy game. There was some very poor kicking, but there were a few flashes of real skill, and I think Ian Evans in particular showed that yesterday.
Yeah, he did very briefly, Mark, he did have that point to make, didn't he?
Oh, he certainly did. I mean, you know, his pace was back to his sharpest yesterday, and augurs well for the World Cup.
Good. Okay, hold it there for a moment, chaps. Well, more action now. And